Some of the products that Soundcore puts out, like the Liberty 3 Pro, for example, I absolutely love, and I think it's really difficult to get better value for money in earbuds, in truly wireless earbuds in today's world. And then there are some that I just don't understand and couldn't care less about, and I won't name them in this video. And then there's the Liberty 4 NC, where the NC stands for noise canceling. So if you want to find out where this product falls on that scale of love and hate, you'll just have to stick around and watch the rest of this video. What's up, everybody? This is David M, the Polish Potato. There's a lot to discuss when it comes to these earbuds, so let's start with the most important aspect, in my opinion, which is the sound quality. I like the way they sound, but I don't love them, and here's why. The bass is good on these. It's strong, thumping, deep, as we come to expect from Soundcore. No surprises here. And the good part is it's not overwhelming other frequencies anymore. It's not drowning them out. So I like that part of the sound frequency spectrum. The mids are good. They're not dipping as much as on the other models, which I really didn't like that much. They are more controlled now, and I actually really like the way they tuned them. But then we come to the treble, and let's just say this is the setting that I use on the equalizer for these earbuds to bring them to the level where I start liking the way they sound. I still wish you could go a little lower and take out more treble, because the treble is so crazy, extensive, build up, pronounced, overwhelming on these, that this is the only part I would question. That doesn't mean that you won't like them, because if you're someone who really likes a lot of highs, a lot of treble in their earbuds, then these might be just for you. But the test I would like you to do, if you want to treat this with an open mind, is if you have those or you're planning to get them, go with the settings I posted here on the equalizer and start listening to your favorite songs, and give yourself 2 or 3 days, and then switch back to the default settings and listen to your favorite songs again, and you'll understand what I'm talking about. I want to hear from those of you who will tell me that they felt like they were missing some of the highs or some of the treble with those settings that I post against the default settings that these earbuds come with. But I'll wait to hear from you in the comments, and I'm really curious to see what you think. I haven't watched other reviewers' opinions about these, so everything I'm telling you here today comes from me completely, 100%. These are my own opinions, and that also relates to the second point that I want to make. I will change the order of my videos with this, because now I'm going to talk about those 2 letters in the name of these earbuds, the NC, the noise canceling, which Soundcore advertises as. Soundcore advertises this noise canceling at 98.5% reduction of the outside noise when you have these earbuds in with the noise canceling on. And let me tell you guys that this crazy claim has nothing to do with reality. I don't know how this was measured. I don't know what this is actually based on. I was trying to dig up some more information and I couldn't. Maybe there was just one frequency that gets reduced by 98.5%, but everything else doesn't. But the simple test is, Technics AZ80. You put those in your ears and run a lawnmower, or have barking dogs right next to you, and see how much the noise is reduced wearing these earbuds, and then put the Liberty 4 NC in your ears and see the difference and hear the difference. And the difference is huge. They do not reduce nowhere near 98.5% of the noises around you. And I don't care about what scientific method was used to determine this number. So if you are planning to buy these for this amazing noise canceling, because this is the most important aspect of earbuds for you, and you're maybe falling for this advertised noise reduction of 98.5%, I would hold off, because in my humble opinion, there are many earbuds on the market right now in similar price range or even less expensive, like for example the Soundpeats Capsule 3 Pro, that do much better job as far as ANC is concerned. And if you can increase your budget and spring for the Technics AZ80, then you're going to be in heaven in terms of noise cancellation, because there is no better on the market right now. But back to the Soundcore, this noise cancellation effectiveness is also influenced by the ergonomics. As far as the ergonomics go, Soundcore is following the proven recipe. These look almost identical to the previous models, and that's not a bad thing because they are shaped pretty good in terms of fitting your ear. Of course, we don't all have the same exact ears that are shaped in exactly the same way. So this won't provide precisely the same seal for every single person on the planet. But if you have sort of average ears, they will fit well and they will stay in your ears well, and they won't fall out during regular daily routines. And depending on how well they fit into your ears, the noise canceling will be also affected by that, because it increases or decreases the seal. They do come with 3 different tip sizes, so you can adjust and improve that comfort level and the fit a little bit by picking the right size for yourself. Next thing I want to talk about, and I'm changing the order of the video again, is the case, because I love it. I think this is the best case Soundcore ever made, other than, again, the Liberty 3 Pro. I love this matte finish on it, and I love the tasteful engraved Soundcore logo, and I love that it's still horizontal. You can open it like this, or you can press this little button here that opens the case automatically. Very cool. And the horizontal design supports easy access, so you can take them out and put them back in a very easy way. No matter what size your hands are, you will never have a problem taking these out, like with some other earbuds where you have to pry them out of the box almost using tools because they are so hard to get out. This case is also pretty heavy, so it does have some substantial battery action going on inside that is supposed to recharge these earbuds up to 4 times. And on one full charge, the advertising says 10 hours. I didn't really get to 10 hours. I was a little closer to 9, but I also do a lot of stuff in terms of switching modes and testing different sound profiles, and probably playing with them a lot more than an average person would do on an average day. So maybe that influences the total battery time. But having this much power in the case is a really good outlook. And if you are someone who needs to use your earbuds for extended periods of time without access to power, then you're going to be a very happy camper with these. Let's tackle the controls and the app in one swipe for this review, because Soundcore has a fantastic app. It's still fantastic for these earbuds. It still offers all the features in terms of different sound profiles, a plethora of them that you can pick from, plus the custom equalizer. It lets you also customize the controls, which is really, really great thing. So you can apply your own sequence of taps and long presses to make these earbuds start and stop the music and apply different commands and functions. So there's no point talking about the controls because they are customizable, so you can just change them as you want. By default, one tap stops the music, one tap starts it again, and the long tap switches between the NC and transparency modes, or turns them off, which is just a neutral setting, normal mode. And those controls work very well. That's the important thing. They are pretty responsive, these earbuds. And once you figure out where exactly you have to hit in terms of how they sit in your ear, you won't be missing those taps again. And it's very effective system. So to operate these entirely with all their functions, answer phone calls, stop the phone calls, hang up, and all that stuff, you don't have to reach for your phone, which is really, really great. When it comes to aesthetics and the look of these earbuds, I'm also going to give Soundcore a shout out, because with very small little improvements, they managed to make them look better than the previous models, which is definitely appreciated. It's all about the details. It's all about the small touches like the engraved Soundcore logo and the actual wording Soundcore on each earbud. It's just increases the appeal, the visual appeal of these. And I'm glad we are making progress here and these improvements were made versus the previous models. Last but not least is something that I know you guys pay a lot of attention to because I see it in the comments, and that's of course the microphones for phone calls. There are 6, so 3 per earbud, and they're supposed to do a great job. So let's take these bad boys into a real life scenario right now and see how they perform against some competition and against some other Soundcore products, and how they resolve human voice in increased and challenging noise pollution conditions. And here we are, starting in a stopped idling car, which should be an easy situation for these earbuds to resolve and pick up my voice from the surrounding environment. There isn't a lot of noise around me right now, but now we're going to start driving with both windows cracked, so there's even more noise coming into the cabin in form of the wind, and that's going to make it a little more difficult. I always drive to about 50 miles an hour in these tests because at that speed, I think I'm creating conditions that might be similar to what you might encounter in your daily life, maybe in your daily commute, or during a weekend trip with friends. And if you have to make an essential phone call in those circumstances, then you want to have earbuds with you that will allow the other person on the other end of the call to understand you clearly. And none of these earbuds really have amazing quality when it comes to microphones for phone calls in difficult sonic environment like this. But the predecessor to these earbuds, the Liberty 4, actually was very good. And it even had a filter, an algorithm that would allow you to have better quality when there was a lot of wind around the speaker. So I have high hopes for these. And I realize they're not exactly the same technology, but I hope the reputation will be carried over and we can actually have good results using these. Contender number 2 for today. I mentioned the Liberty 3 Pro in this review several times already, so I thought it would be a good thing to compare these to the Liberty 4 NC and see what the difference is. Maybe they sound exactly the same because it is the same manufacturer after all. So let's get to 50 miles an hour and see how you guys like the quality coming from these against the quality coming from the Liberty 4 NC. We are there right now. This is 50. The wind is coming in. And this is not my first time testing these, so I know more or less what I can expect. But I am really curious to see what the exact comparison will be when you're listening to these side by side with the Liberty 4 NC and whether the quality is exactly the same, or maybe you can hear some differences that would influence your ultimate purchasing decision. As the third and final sound sample for today, we have the unofficial, in my opinion, unannounced king of microphones for phone calls, and that's the Soundbeats Capsule 3 Pro. I have tested these before several times, so I know more or less what to expect, but I think it's good to have them in the same exact conditions for a direct comparison against the 2 earbuds from Soundcore. We're about to get to 50 miles an hour, and there's a lot of wind coming in right now, so if you guys can hear me well, it only confirms what I just said. I think Soundbeats did an amazing job with these earbuds, and this is not to diminish the value of the Soundcore Liberty 4 NC, but if I'm paying $100 for a set of earbuds, I want to have something that works, and I want to have something that works well, because at this price range, I would have certain expectations. And as much as I hope the Liberty 4 NC can stand up to the task, and deliver, I know that you already have this quality from SoundPitch Capsule 3 Pro that is definitely going to be difficult to match. I also wanted to show you guys what the difference is, because I mentioned in the beginning of this road test that none of these earbuds do particularly amazing job picking up our voice and recording it in these difficult conditions. So I also wanted to show you what the difference would be if you were speaking directly to a higher quality microphone, and that's why I always bring the Zoom H1n with me to those tests, not only to show you the level of noise we're dealing with, but to actually demonstrate how different my voice would sound recorded by an actual higher quality microphone that is directly in front of my mouth. So now for the last bit of information, this is the type and level of noise we're dealing with here for these earbuds to resolve during the test. So let's just listen for a moment. How about that road test and real life conditions test for microphones for phone calls? I think if you are a Soundcore fan, or if you already purchased these, you will be very pleased to hear the results of this test and solidify your confidence in the choice you made. A few other things that I feel have to be mentioned for this review to be complete. The ANC system used on these is the Adaptive 2.0 by Soundcore, and I still think it could be doing a better job. But this might be a bit of a subjective opinion because, again, we don't all hear things in exactly the same way, and we're not all built in the same way. Maybe in your ears, these earbuds will do a better job. I don't know. I'm not 100% sure of that. I can only share my own experience with you guys. The driver used is 11 millimeters in diameter, which is really good. Maybe that's what's making it so responsive to the equalizer changes, and gives it this flexibility that lets you tune it, fine tune it to your own liking. We have high-res audio. We have LDAC or LDAC codec. So if you're using Android device, you're going to take full advantage of that system and have even better sound quality than the rest of us. There's fast charging on these, so 10 minutes gives you up to 4 hours of playtime. Fantastic. I already talked about the charge levels and the time. We have IPX4 water resistant rating, so that's also helpful. I can guarantee and confirm that the connectivity is great. There's absolutely no issues connecting these to your smartphone. At least that's what it was in my case. The app connects immediately as soon as you bring it up on screen on your smartphone, which is also important. In a lot of other earbuds, a lot of manufacturers, this can be a very frustrating process when sometimes you have the earbuds in your ears and the app just won't connect no matter what you do, or it's sluggish in connecting. That's not the case here, so a lot of points for that. And the case does support wireless charging for added convenience. So that's also wonderful. There is multi-point connectivity, so you can have several devices connected to them at the same time and just flawlessly switch playing sound from those different devices. And there is wearing detection, which I personally am a huge fan of. So as soon as you take them out of your ears, they detect that they're not in there anymore and they have to stop the playback. And of course, you can turn that function on and off if you don't want it to react every time you take them out of your ears. Thank you guys so much for watching. I hope this review gives you enough information to make an educated decision if you're considering purchasing these earbuds. And if you are, I would really appreciate if you use the link in my description. It gives me a tiny little kickback from Amazon so I can keep this channel going and coming up with more reviews, which I'm really excited about. I'll see you soon.